Imagine waking up one morning and finding out that these three things had occurred. A major county goes bankrupt, a major change in television, and a piece of cinematic history sells at auction for a jaw-dropping price. In this video, I'll unpack these three events that all happened on December 6th, 1994. Starting with a financial disaster that stunned the country. On December 6th, 1994, Orange County filed for bankruptcy, sending shockwaves across the nation. It's a story of high-stakes gambles, a political fallout, and money mismanagement on a colossal scale. In the early 90s, Orange County was the epitome of success. Known for its pristine beaches, upscale communities, and thriving business hubs, the county seemed untouchable. Residents enjoyed a high quality of life, and the government was considered fiscally responsible, at least on the surface. The man at the center of this financial disaster was named Robert Citron. Citron was Orange County's longtime treasurer and tax collector, holding the position since 1971. He reportedly consulted a psychic and used astrology to guide his financial decisions, and apparently, he had built a reputation as a financial wizard. His strategy was investing public funds in high-risk, complex securities to maximize returns. And for a time, it did work. Citron's investments were bringing in millions, allowing the county to fund public projects without raising taxes. Politicians were thrilled, and his popularity soared. But the thing is, those investments relied on low interest rates. As long as rates stayed down, Orange County was raking it in. And in 1994, the Federal Reserve started to raise interest rates to combat inflation, a move that would unravel everything that Citron had built. As rates climbed, the value of Citron's investments plummeted. What once looked like a golden goose became a financial time bomb. By the fall of 1994, the county was staring at $1.7 billion in losses. And on December 6th, the unthinkable happened. The county filed for Chapter 9 bankruptcy, becoming the largest municipality in U.S. history to do so. This was a full-blown crisis, and public services were slashed. Parks and libraries faced closures, infrastructure projects were halted, and thousands of county employees faced layoffs. Schools and local agencies, which had invested their funds in the county, were suddenly facing financial jeopardy. The public's reaction was swift and angry. The blame quickly fell on Citron and the county's board of supervisors, who had allowed him to continue his risky strategies unchecked. Citron resigned in disgrace and later pleaded guilty to 6 counts of fraud and mismanagement. He avoided jail time, but was sentenced to house arrest and community service. The scandal tarnished his legacy and quickly became a cautionary tale in public finance. Interestingly enough, Orange County managed to recover relatively quickly. Through budget cuts, asset sales, and a recovery plan, the county emerged from bankruptcy by 1996. The story serves as a reminder that even in the wealthiest communities, poor financial decisions can still lead to disaster. It also highlights the importance of transparency, oversight, and risk management, lessons that resonate far beyond Orange County. While Orange County was dealing with its own financial fallout, Hollywood had its own major announcement. On December 6, 1994, Warner Brothers made an announcement that they were launching a brand new network, the WB. It was a risky move, but a gamble that paid off in ways that nobody could have predicted. By the early 90s, the television industry was already crowded. You had the big 4 networks, ABC, CBS, NBC, and Fox, each dominating in their own ways. So when Warner Brothers announced their plans to launch a 5th network, people were understandably skeptical. Did America really need another network? Warner Brothers believed it did, and their vision was clear. Create a network that catered to a younger, underserved audience. The WB focused on teen dramas and supernatural themes, carving out a niche that resonated with a young, loyal audience. By doing this, they created cultural shows. Some of the biggest hits included Buffy the Vampire Slayer, Dawson's Creek, Gilmore Girls, Smallville, and Supernatural, which actually aired all the way until 2020. The WB also changed the way that networks approach programming. The network embraced serialized storytelling, encouraging viewers to tune in every week for ongoing narratives, rather than just per episode stories. This format actually laid the groundwork for today's binge-worthy streaming content. The WB also understood the power of marketing. By tapping into teen magazines and leveraging soundtracks filled with up-and-coming artists, they created a multimedia experience that extended beyond the TV screen. By 2006, both the WB and rival network UPN were struggling to maintain their audiences. In a strategic move, the two companies merged to form the CW, combining their resources and continuing to target the youth demographic. Many WB favorites, like Gilmore Girls and Supernatural, made the move over to CW, ensuring their legacies lived on. Even though the WB is gone, their influence is seen everywhere. Today's streaming giants, like Netflix and Hulu, owe a debt to the kind of storytelling that the WB created. Shows like Stranger Things and Riverdale follow the same blueprint of character-driven, serialized storytelling. The WB also proved that targeting niche audiences could be wildly successful, a lesson that media companies continue to apply in today's fragmented media landscape. Finally, we switch over to some Hollywood history. Also on December 6th, 1994, the Maltese Falcon, one of the most iconic movie props ever made, sold at auction for $400,000. The Maltese Falcon is a piece of Hollywood legend. The 1941 film of the same name starred Humphrey Bogart as a cynical private detective caught in a web of lies, greed, and murder. The film's plot revolves around a priceless statue of a falcon, supposedly covered with jewels that everyone in the film is desperate to obtain. The falcon prop that sold at auction in 1994 was no ordinary movie relic. It was made of solid lead and weighed nearly 50 pounds. Its sheer weight added to its mystique. Props like this were often handled by multiple people on set, making them prone to damage. While there were several versions of the statue made for the film, the one sold at auction in 1994 is considered the most authentic. It has visible scratches and dents from the production, adding to its value and authenticity. When the statue went up for auction, collectors and film buffs were buzzing. The final price of $398,590 shocked many, underscoring how much Hollywood props had become a hot commodity. The narrative device influenced countless filmmakers. Think of Indiana Jones and the Art of the Covenant, or Pulp Fiction's glowing briefcase. These objects captivate characters and viewers alike, but their true purpose is to propel the story forward. The Maltese Falcon is the template for all these storytelling devices. After this auction, studios and collectors started to see these items more as investments, and the trend only grew from there. Today, props like Dorothy's ruby slippers from The Wizard of Oz or Han Solo's blaster from Star Wars fetch millions at auction. So those are the stories from 30 years ago, December 6th, 1994. Which one did you enjoy the most? Let me know in the comments below. And don't forget to like and subscribe to follow for more interesting facts about events that happened 30 years ago every day.